Today we're going to talk about what you should probably use to clean your camera lens. And it all depends. There's a lot of variables, just like everything else there is in photography and videography. So what should I use to clean my camera lens? Let's get to it. So when it comes to cleaning your camera lens, it all depends on what the situation is with the lens. If there is just a little bit of dust and debris on the lens, I would have to recommend going with one of these. And it's a little blower. There's a variety of different styles of these things, and you can just take it and blow the dust or maybe sand off the front or the back. And it does a really good job if that's the situation. And even these things can be bought in a variety of different ways. Some of them even have a built-in air filter on the back, so that when you're blowing the air, you're blowing air that has been filtered, so you're not blowing any debris through there. That's very, very precise. I don't find a situation where I really need to have a filter on this, but I can understand the idea of it. There's also other things to clean your camera lenses. And you have these little pens, and the pens have a soft brush on there. If something is a little bit more stubborn than what you can blow it off with this, a nice soft brush to clean that away is a good thing to have. And normally on the back of these pens, there's a little cleaner tip. And these are also fine if you have a situation where something's a little more stubborn on the lens and you want to get it off. You have these little cleaning tips. The only thing I would warn you about with these is if you're in an environment like I am where there's sand around and it's a piece of sand that's on that lens, you don't want to take this little tip and put pressure on it to clean your lens and grind that debris into your lens. You don't want to use that in this situation. As long as it's clean and it's free from any imperfections, it'll do a good job. A lot of times, probably if it's not a situation where the blower will remove it and I need to scrub something because it has a fingerprint on there or some sort of smear on the glass, I normally do use these sprays with the little microfiber cloth, and they work well. You spray it on there, you clean it up. Most of the time that takes care of my situation. And then again, you have to watch out. You have to be careful that you don't have any debris, any sand, any particle in this cloth when you use it, and get that ground into the lens. Not a bad idea to have some of them in sealed plastic and keep these with you in your kit bag. So these are inexpensive. They don't cost a lot. If you have to use it one time and discard it, that's fine. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So normally when I sell a lens, I will sell it with one of these in the box so that the people have an ability to clean that lens without damaging it. If I sell a camera, a set, I will normally put one of these in the package, where this comes with a cleaning cloth, some swabs, like some Q-tips or some earbuds, and lens cleaning fluid, universal screen protector, and a little tiny tripod that you can set your camera up on. Be careful. Whatever you use to clean this lens, just be really, really careful. These wipes that you can open up, little towelettes, and clean the lens off, that's great too. You can throw it away. Just remember, your lens has a protective coating on it, and you don't want to do anything to dig through that coating. You don't want to scratch the lens, of course, but at the same time, you don't want to do anything that will take that protective coating off of the lens. I've seen a lot of videos where they compound them out and to get rid of scratches. They do a lot of work. Most of the time, a little tiny imperfection, a little tiny scratch on the exterior of the lens is not going to matter a whole lot. You may not even notice it. Of course, on the back side of the lens where it's closer to the sensor, if there's any kind of debris or dirt there, that's definitely going to show up on your imagery. So no matter what you use, it all depends on the situation. What is it that you have to clean from the lens? If you can just blow it off like that, number one thing, keep these in your bag. This is your number one go-to thing. If you have to use alcohol wipes or towels or whatever else that you have in your arsenal because something's a little more stubborn, use those things. Just be careful. You don't really want to cause any damage to the lens. If you have a high-end lens and you have something that's very expensive, you want to treat it in the best way possible. So be very, very careful cleaning it. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the screw-on filters that you put on the exterior of the lens unless you're talking about an ND filter or polarization filter. The UV filters are once again not necessary because the lenses are built with UV protection in them. And what's the point of having a high-dollar lens if you're going to screw a $3 or $4 UV filter on the exterior of it? You're defeating the purpose of the high-end lens. Now, that being said, that UV filter is a wonderful protector. If you want to have that UV filter screwed onto the lens and then before you do your imagery, before you do your videography or photography, you just unscrew that, now you have a perfectly clean lens. It is a good way to protect the lens from dirt and debris and smears. You'd rather scratch that up than scratch the glass in your good lens. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope the information I gave you was beneficial and helpful. If you'd like to be helpful to me, please subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything, it's a free thing. And I'm really happy you stopped by. Please like and subscribe and share. And I hope you have a great day.